Good morning and welcome to today's daily briefing where I dissect one headline a day. Though sometimes many stories all just merge into one. Side note, if you've been watching these videos this week, you will notice I've changed my hair 3 times. I just wanted to say, I'm just a girl. Anyway, today we're moving away from the impact of the war in the Middle East to another type of war or unrest. The growing unrest around how social media may be harming kids. We had big news yesterday. An LA judge found Meta and Google negligent for designing social media platforms that are harmful for young people. They ruled that Meta and Google must pay $6 million in damages to a young woman who became addicted to Instagram and YouTube when she was a minor. Now, $6 million is minor for companies that spend over $100 billion a year on capital projects. But legally, this is huge because it's a test case for thousands of similar lawsuits waiting in the wings. Snapchat and TikTok were also part of the case, but settled quietly before the trial even started. So the big shift here is this. US law protects platforms for liability for content. But the case wasn't about content, it was about its design. The intentional features that keep kids engaged or addicted. On a previous episode, I spoke about Australia banning social media for under 16s, and I mentioned that the UK was also considering it. Well, back in January, the House of Lords voted in favour for banning under 16s from social media. But in moving forward, the government said it wanted to wait and consult first. Fast forward to now, we've moved from should we to testing what it might actually look like. The UK has now launched 300 pilot households across all 4 nations to test a full social media ban at home using parental controls, a 1 hour a day limit on Instagram, TikTok and Snapchat, a digital curfew blocking apps between 9 p.m. and 7 a.m, and a control group that continues using social media as normal. Each pilot lasts 6 weeks, and both kids and parents will be interviewed from the beginning of the pilot to the end to see, did sleep improve? Did schoolwork improve? Did family life improve? Or did kids just find a way around it? This is all part of the government's national consultation on children's digital well-being. Nearly 30,000 parents and children have already responded to this consultation, and you can too. The public is urged to share their views by the 26th of May 2026. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to check it out and be a part of it. The UK is also now home to the first major scientific trial looking at what actually happens to teenagers when they reduce their social media use. Things like anxiety, sleep, time with friends, body image, bullying. The UK isn't just talking, it's testing. So if the UK was to introduce a ban on social media for under 16s, could it actually work? Well, as I said, Australia tried it first. They introduced their ban in December 2025, and the BBC asked some Australian teenagers 3 months in whether the ban is working. And their answers were fairly mixed. Some kids said apps warned them about the incoming age checks. Some under 16s still kept full access. One girl even said she wanted the ban because her parents were already strict when it came to social media, so she was hoping this ban would put everybody on an equal playing field. But it hasn't become the universal rule that she has hoped for. So it got some kids, skipped others, and some children charities are divided on whether a ban would be the best thing. Some say the ban is essential to protect kids. Others warn the ban could lead children into darker, unregulated corners of the internet. And many argue the real solution is for tech companies to redesign platforms so that harmful content is harder to reach, addictive design is removed, and children only can access age-appropriate features. So that's where we are. A landmark verdict in the US saying that social media design can harm kids. The UK testing what actual restrictions might look like, and a global conversation about whether banning is protection or just another problem. I will definitely be following this closely. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to participate in the consultation that's going on over social media usage, the link is in the description. Don't forget to hit the notification button so you know when I drop the next episode. Have a lovely day. Bye.